Hi, I'm Kimberly Montgomery, the creator of the Choices Notebook, the best last planner that you're ever going to need. And we have the planners in now, and I'm really excited. Today we're going to do a little walkthrough. I'm going to show you all the different features. So here it is. It's beautiful. I just picked them up from the printers this week. And color is different on all different screens. So it's a beautiful teal and light moss green. And we have a beautiful gold binding here. Really lovely. So stick around. We're going to take a look at the inside next, and I'll show you all the neat features inside the new Choices Notebook. We're now going to take a look at the inside of the Choices Notebook and talk about all the great features that we included in the 2016 12-month planner. First, we'll talk about a little bit about the outside. The dimensions are 6 inches by 9 inches, and it's wire O bound, and it has a beautiful gold wire binding. And I'll tell you, I spent my life not really being a fan of wire binding, but I have become such a big fan now. And I actually am working on another book that's going to be out in the spring, and it's going to be wire bound as well, because the functionality is just terrific. And the wire O is a lower profile than normal spiral binding, and it's just really terrific, and this is particularly beautiful. So we have 6 by 9 inch wire O binding, and it's less than an inch thick. It's really compact, and that was very important to me. I wanted to make sure that this notebook contained everything that I needed, and you need, to get through the year, and have it also be very easy to put in a purse or a backpack or a briefcase. And it truly is. It's super compact. So we have a very durable cover, and when you open up the front cover, you're going to see something that is one of the great design features, and that is that we have a flap on both the front cover and the back cover right here. And this flap is going to allow you to bookmark pages in your planner, and that eliminates the need for the tabs that you see in a lot of the spiral planners, which adds to the bulk. It adds to the bulk and the size of a planner. And I really wanted to keep it very compact and very easy to take with you everywhere. So with this nice flap, you can actually just bookmark wherever you are in the planner. And as you get later in the year and you need to tab further back in the book, you'll notice that it is scored on this little flap so that you can then fold it and be able to put it further back in the planner and have it function really well. So this turned out just beautifully. It was a little design feature that I really wanted, and we were able to do it. So take advantage of that. It's really lovely. So nice heavy cover. And then the next thing you're going to notice is that the first page is blank. And I did this intentionally because I noticed that when I'm out and about, oftentimes I don't have something to write on. I don't have a piece of paper with me, but I want to make a note of something. And so I put a blank sheet of paper in the front of the notebook, so there's always some place for you to write something down. So take advantage of that. You've got this blank sheet of paper to make those quick notes, and it's right there, easy to find, right in the front cover of your notebook, right there. So then we go into the front page where you can put your contact information in case the two of you lose touch with each other at any point in time, name and email address. Put it right there. And then we have a little welcome page, talks a little bit about the history of the notebook, how to use some of the features, and then contact information in case you want to get in touch with me, give me some comments or feedback. Would love to hear from you. It's 50julesblog@gmail.com. Next we have the most important part of the book for me, which is the gratitude list. And in my world, everything starts with gratitude, and the more grateful we are, the more stuff we get and the happier our lives get. So I hope you'll take advantage of this feature. It's right in the front of the planner for a reason. I think every day should begin and end with gratitude. And it's my hope that you'll have all 3 of these spreads filled with gratitudes by the end of the year. So there's your gratitude list. And that leads us into the yearly calendars for 2016 and 2017. And then we move right into the first monthly layout. And this layout is very, I spent a lot of time working on this, and there's lots of terrific features, and I want to go over them with you right now. So let's talk about the exterior of the calendar first. You're going to notice at the top and the bottom are some words, and those words are very important, and I did a lot of research on them, so take a few minutes to really get to know them. And you're going to notice at the top are attitudes. And these attitudes, there's been a lot of research done on happiness lately. There's been a lot of funding done on research, on happiness research. And these attitudes are the top markers for the happiest people on the planet. So pay attention to these. And the people that tested the planner prior to printing, a lot of them would circle the ones they wanted to work on for the week or for the month. Sometimes I'll focus on one for a day. They're gratitude, generosity, acceptance, humility, appreciation, and curiosity. So focus on how you want to use these and implement them into your days, weeks, and months. And then down on the bottom are the actions that the happiest people on the face of the earth incorporate into their life on a regular basis. And those are exercise, hug, care, connect, forgive, meditate, smile, and participate. So again, a lot of the test users would circle them, star them. They would focus on them for the month, for the week. So think about how you'd like to incorporate those in your life. And the more that you do it, the more your brain imprints on it, and they become more of a habit for you. And that just, every step increases the happiness and the contentment in your life. So really take advantage of those. Those are a very important part of the planner features. Then over here, we have goals for the month. Right under that is happiness. I'm a big, big believer in goals, and it's nice to have stuff, get stuff, do stuff, but if we're not happy, none of that's going to make a difference. So I put just as much emphasis on goals as I do happiness, and I hope that you will too. Top work priorities, top personal priorities for the month, and then over here is just a little note area. And then one of my favorite parts of the planner is the thumbs up, thumbs down area. I think too often in life, a lot of us go through our day-to-day living, and we do a lot of things that don't feel very good, and we continue to do them without really thinking about them. So I encourage you to make notes of the things that don't really feel very good and make notes of the things that do feel good. And start thinking about getting rid of the things that don't feel very good and doing more of the things that do feel good. And please write them down right when they're happening, because sometimes we forget. And then we keep doing them over and over again. So there's lots of places in the planner to do the thumbs up and thumbs down, what feels good and what doesn't. So take advantage of those. Pardon me, I just bumped the camera holder. Okay, let's talk about the inside of the calendar area here. We have, obviously areas to write down things that we're going to do during the month. The one thing I want to point out is these three little boxes, and you've probably seen these in other calendars or planners before. These are very customizable, and you get to use them for whatever you want. So you can think about maybe you want to add some exercise program into your life, or some better eating habits, or perhaps you want to start doing thank yous into your day. You want to add 3 special thank yous to 3 people every day. Something that you want to develop a habit for or keep track of a new behavior about. So a lot of the test users would write down whatever it was that they were focusing on for that month, and then they would check them off throughout the month when they would get them done for the day. So take advantage of those little boxes and decide how you're going to use them for the month, and then check them off as you go. So after the month layout, we work into the weekly layout. And you can see we start again with the exterior of the calendar, and we have spotlight tasks to start off with. Now remember, if you've taken my goal setting workshop, the Goal Setting Mastery, you'll know about this. And if you haven't, you might want to think about it as a terrific workshop. So we have our goals, and then we have our tasks that support our goals. So we want to look at our goals, think about the tasks that we're going to do to support those goals, and mark those down in our spotlight tasks. And of course, we're going to focus on our happiness behaviors and the plans we have to support our happiness. Top work priorities, top personal priorities, and again, our attitudes and actions at the bottom that we're going to focus on for the week. Area for notes. And then again, what feels good and what doesn't. Make sure you keep note of those. And then you'll notice that the daily times are from 6 in the morning until 10 at night. And then I want to point out the areas that are shaded here. These are customizable and you get to use them however you want. I'll tell you how I use them, and then it might give you inspire you for some or more ideas of your own. What I do with the first shaded area is I write down my top priority for the day. So whatever that is, if it's a work priority, if it's a family or friend priority, I mark that down in the first thing in the little box, first thing in the day. And then the second priority, I'll put that right around the midday mark to make sure that I keep it in mind if I haven't done it, or make sure that I'm getting it done for the day. And then the last three are whatever special project I'm working on, whether it's an attitude, an action, a fitness goal, a friendship goal. I'll make sure that I'm on track there and write them down in that little shaded area. So think about how you'd want to use those boxes. They're really terrific for supporting you in new habits and behaviors and keeping you on track with those. So we'll go through the rest of the month, and you can see the weekly layouts follow one after another. They're just terrific. And the paper is very heavy and lovely. Writing on it is just wonderful. So at the end of the month, you're going to see that we have a full spread for reflection and review. And this is so important. We want to take stock of where we went for the month, what we accomplished, what worked well, what didn't work so well, what we liked, what we didn't like. So we have an area for goal review, an area for new ideas, and I find this is so important because in my business, new ideas are coming down the pike at me all the time. So I make sure that I note them. I think about the ones that I want to incorporate and the ones that probably aren't a good choice for me right now, but at least I have them noted. So if I want to come back to them later, what feels good, what doesn't, keep track of those all the time so you're always moving your life forward in a way that it feels better and better and better every day. An area for sketches, note-taking, concepts, ideas. And then we have a whole page for note-taking and another box for anything you'd like to do with it. So the rest of the bulk of the planner is the rest of the month's reviews and reflections for the rest of the year. And then towards the back of the book, and I'll show you one of the things that I love, are these they're kind of little space holders. They're very compact because I believe in keeping my planner very compact. And at the back is something that I love, and I'm sure that you're going to love it too, is the bucket list. I think all of us should always be keeping a bucket list of the things that we want to do in life because that's where the excitement lies. So I'm so excited. I finally have a planner with a bucket list. I had to develop it myself, but I finally got it. So I'm so tickled, and I hope that you'll take advantage of it too. So make sure that you add things to your bucket list all year long. So you have 2 pages for your bucket list. And then after that, you have pages for notes. Lots and lots of pages for notes. And then we get into a section, I call it mind mapping. I think that other people have different terms for it. This is places where if you want to do drawings, if you want to plan out concepts, work schedules, that sort of thing. So there's lots of pages of this. And in the very back, right before the end, there's an area for contacts. And I usually keep my contacts on my phone. Some people don't. But this is an area that if you want to write contacts, any information about them, whether it's addresses or phone numbers, email addresses, whatever works for you. And then, of course, on the back, again, we have the flap, and it is perforated, scored, just like the front cover, so that you'll be able to keep 2 places in the book for bookmarkers. And then I want to show you a little hack that I do in all my planners. And what I do is I just take off a section of Post-it notes, and generally I have several sizes back here, and I just keep them right in the back of my planner. So as I'm working through my calendar, I can just take off a Post-it note, slap it in there, write my note, and I've got it right here all in my planner. And that is the beautiful, functional 2016 Choices Planner. Everything you need in a very compact, gorgeous package. Your gratitude list, your calendar, your bucket list, contacts, note-taking, and more. So I hope that you get a wonderful year out of your Choices Notebook. If you haven't ordered yours yet, simply go over to choicesnotebook.com. They're only $28, and they're shipping out immediately. So Thank you for watching this video. I'm Kimberly Montgomery with 50 Joules, and you can pick yours up at choicesnotebook.com. I'll talk with you soon. Bye now.